I can spend all morning watching people. It's like, get the over yourselves. My God, it is newsworthy. Guess what?
Yeah.
Like, it's newsworthy, and it's really goddamn unfortunate.
You know, I wasn't going to talk about the Wolverine footage. I did watch it. I wrote to some people at Insomniac and said, dude, there's this one part in it. It's so fucking good. It's just great. But I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to talk about it because that seems, as a developer, and it just seems wrong to spoil that. But the other
I get it.
But at the same time, though, I saw a bunch of journalists going online today going, like Greg Miller did it, and I like I don't really know Greg that well anymore, but I you know, he's fine.
He's a good guy. Greg's a very good guy.
And then Victor Lucas, who I like a great deal, but a lot of them were kind of like, and I saw like 5 more going. It's like, you know, check yourself, be moral, you know, it's all this shit. And I'm like, and even people who were defending the leak, on Suicide Squad, which happened yesterday as well. And, you know, people are like, this is bad and the team hurts and it's bad for the company and all this. And I'm going, okay, this is Warner Brothers, who's charging $10 a fucking skin for Mortal Kombat. It's like, it's, and you guys who are professional journalists, yeah, you need to keep the relationships good. So I get why you're tweeting that, but don't fucking get on a soapbox and a high horse and act like people aren't going to talk about this.
But Jaffe, the first rule of games journalism is police others' games journalism.
That's true.
It is the single most fucking annoying. Honestly, I can spend all morning watching people. It's like, get the over yourselves. My God, it is newsworthy. Guess what?
Yeah.
Like, it's newsworthy, and it's really goddamn unfortunate. Everyone knows I love Insomniac. I actually consider Ted Price a goddamn friend. But no, there's news there. There's tons of news there.
It's news, it's interesting, it's unfortunate.
Secondly, it's like, if you say, I feel the same way about the Harry Potter game at the beginning of the year. Is that, you know, it's like, no, you don't get to, if you're going to say that you're going to pick and choose based upon what you think is morally a viable game or not, fuck you. That's not that's ridiculous.
Right.
You know, it's like the minute you start to say that you're making those decisions, you have stopped being a journalistic outlet for as far as like you're some weird advocacy group. And like don't like get all upset when people start to give you shit for it. Like it's like you can talk about the J.K. Rowling issue inside the game, but to deny the game's existence, like, that's just creating your own fucking reality there. And that's the same thing that's happening here. What I would have done on X Play, I would have probably run with the video. I hate to say it. I've been going back and forth in my head.
You mean you would have shown the footage of Wolverine?
Right. Well, the thing is, at G4, they can't put a strike on us. Like,
right.
I don't think...
No, of course, yeah. It would be like WikiLeaks. It would be like WikiLeaks, and it's like, well, you can't run at ABC. It's like, fuck you, it's news.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
But what I would do, because we were able to go on late at night, and so we would have some time before we could do that, I would have attempted to find someone. Say, I might have called you up and have you help walk me through the actual internal use case for that video. We would have then contextualized it for the audience so they don't think that this is what the game they're going to play is going to look like. Like, I would have actually tried to pull the necessary information out of that, not deny it wasn't there. Same thing with the whole, like, list of like sort of what the planning events were. Is there anything unique about this? Is this pretty much par for the course? If it's par for the course, then maybe we just kind of throw up a quick 2-second graphic of it, and like there's no reason to linger on it or anything like that. But then probably want to go seek some comment of, does anyone think that Sony's now going to hold to these plans? What does it mean? How significant is it?
Right.
The blackmail itself is the real story, not the content they blackmailed from, but that is still the story itself.
Yeah.
I guess it's just like, my God, people seem to be so much more interested in, assuaging whatever team they need to be on to get their clicks. I mean, it's like being an adult. Adulthood means difficult goddamn decisions, which is why you don't take sides between Hamas and Netanyahu. You just call them both assholes. I mean, this is still, in my mind, all one of the same thing. It's this performative solidarity with the game industry. I mean, half of these like sites and stuff like that, do the people who work at Insomniac even know you exist? I mean, it's strange and borders on the delusional.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them, look, man, a lot of them want jobs at these companies. They don't want to be games journalists. That's part of it.
Well, no, and that's fair. Being a games journalist these days is like miserable. But I guess all of them acting like they're better than that. Like, how the fuck did the Pentagon Papers work? Somebody, Ellsberg stole it from Rand.
Yeah,
like you can't say that like somebody was out there saying you're facilitating a crime. Oh my god!
Right,
like that, like just says like that's. Oh my god! It's like no one even like the garbage coming out of people's mouths around stuff like this. And also, yeah, I take a little bit of fucking umbrage because like it was fucking Kotaku back in April of this year that branded me a fucking racist over a situation that they didn't even try to reach out to me about.
Yeah, they don't.
Like
care.
Like during the period of time that everyone's calling me a racist, I guess the quasi journalist behind it, like trying to reach out. Like, I was going to find the tweet when I'm getting, like, hate stomped by half of the internet who thinks I hate Asian people, which was fucking news to my Korean and Japanese life. But anyway.
Listen, it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. That's the thing that I'm getting much better, but I'm still struggling with it a little bit. I was thinking about this the other day. The only way you can win on the internet and win with modern fandom, at least at a large level, is to never say anything at all other than beautiful vanilla, offend no one. Because anything else that you say will, get totally taken out of context. And not only that, though, it will live forever. And it will, I see people calling me alt-right. And I used to.
I saw it happen. Somebody I know actually kind of said that about you.
And it's everything I can. It's everything. It's everything I can do.
I am apparently anti-trans. I am woke. I hate Asian people. I read the entire gamut. But that's the thing. That's why I got to buy my freedom. Where, like, when that happened, I refused to apologize. Apparently, some old video from G4 that was objectionable was surfaced by this guy when he was talking about how hard it was for him as a Japanese game designer to succeed. So I guess there was this video that he showed of us making fun of the game and then some stuff that was making fun of the pronunciation of his name. All I saw in my replies, my Twitter feed, was someone bitching about a review we gave a game 15 goddamn years ago. And the thing is, I didn't apologize, even though I probably have said, like, yeah, that's an objectionable video, and, we shouldn't have done it, and, like, but it was a long time ago. But it's because you can't apologize on the internet. Once that mob gets going, but the other thing is, I disagree with you. They can forget. They can resurface it, but the thing is I can do the whole step and repeat thing that we saw, like, from Drew Barrymore and all those people about, I like to say the perfectly I'm sorry, and everyone says something, and it's completely insincere. I was like, I fucked up. It's not genuine, but I fucked up. I'll take the L.
Did they believe it?
And it just went away.
But
probably by bringing it right now, it caused more trouble for myself than I did by not even responding to it back then.
I can't believe the people when I guess they don't necessarily have to believe it. They just have to believe, see, we got one. We made them shut up. It doesn't matter.
It's about bending the knee. It's about bending the knee.
They don't even care. Like, they already have their mind made up about a person.
Yeah, they just want to get angry. People like to be in mobs. Everybody is so disingenuous. I believe they're disingenuous about Israel, Gaza. I believe people are disingenuous about most stuff that's happening in video games. The outrage people have about video games are like, oh my God, they're trying to steal my money. Look, if that $60 means that much to you, you've got to find a different hobby. Like, games are expensive. Like, it's like games are not for everyone. Games are for everyone that can fucking afford it. So, like, just chill the fuck out. It's like, but no, everyone loves to be outraged so badly. It's like, oh, look, they're gonna, like, remember the puddle thing in Spider-Man 5 years ago? I mean, Jesus.
Okay, but no, awesome. I do want to ask this though, because I'm not super rich, but I got money in the bank. You've got money in the bank now. I mean, isn't there also an aspect to this that when you don't have to worry about consequences, it's easy to stand on the mountain and say, you should do whatever you want. Don't let the mob rule you. It's like, that's great, but the mob is my boss who follows my Twitter, and if I tweet the wrong thing, I don't have a job anymore.
don't masquerade that you're not what you are. If you've got to be careful
That
about
is
what you're
asking
doing,
for
be
such a high
transparent.
level of self-awareness and therapy for someone to go. I know, but
Trust
I've
me,
had
the
therapy.
whole problem
You've
in
had
society
therapy.
now
I
is the
know.
self-awareness thing.
I know, but you've had therapy. I've had therapy, but a lot of people don't have that inner self-awareness to go, I should probably present what I actually am, but they don't necessarily believe it. They have to almost like go, I'm going to be this person, and in order to justify it, I'm going to just convince myself that this person is me and it's right. I don't think they're aware they're playing a character in order to get by.
I know. Everyone does it. Feel like they're cosplaying as Seymour Hersh, like revealing the evils of McNamara and Nixon. But you're right. I'm able to say this from a privileged position, but at the very least, I feel like someone needs to be saying it. They don't make any friends from it.